Hi there, Lee Farnell here, and welcome to Leading Your Best Life. Now, we're going to continue on the theme of men's mental health. I'm looking at my Instagram, and there's a photo of football champion Joel Selwood with his brother Adam and his brother Troy, who have both committed suicide in the last 3 months. It's an absolute tragedy. So when a man is saying, I'm having mental health problems right now, I'm going through mental health problems, what the hell is he saying, and what are the actions that could or should be considered? Here we go. Let's go on this very sensitive journey together. Welcome back. This is a sad and serious topic that needs to be confronted and looked at and dealt with and understood and shared. And at the same time, if this is triggering, then I'm going to put some links in to Lifeline and Beyond Blue and a range of other places. But it needs to be looked at. In fact, I did a blog just yesterday, which included a range of statistics in terms of men's mental health and suicide. It's in my LinkedIn, so check it out. But today I want to deal with this issue of what is it that is going on in a man's mind when he says, I'm having mental health problems at the moment. Let's look at the internal dialogue, the thoughts and beliefs that are going on inside him, and at the same time, what can and should be done. I asked GPT Chat, in fact, I said, when a man says, I'm having mental health problems at the moment, what are 20 internal dialogue, thoughts and beliefs that are going on inside him at that point in time that need to change or be worked on? I said, write a list of the negative, disempowering thoughts and beliefs, then write a list of what the positive thoughts and replacement beliefs should be. Also write key lifestyle actions and behaviour changes that he could or should consider. So here we go. 20 disempowering thoughts and beliefs. And interestingly, today I was on the phone to someone very close to me who was saying is going through their own mental health problems and, really being disabled by it in terms of moving on to the next stage of their life, and we were beginning to have that conversation. And only yesterday I was talking to a super successful person who had beautiful family, beautiful kids, business going incredibly well, and at the same time was having suicidal thoughts. And the good thing is he took action, as in positive action, to heal, confront these issues. And part of it is firstly having the courage, the awareness to listen to and confront these disempowering thoughts and beliefs. Let's just go through 20 of them. This is something this guy yesterday was saying, and I know the fellow today is even thinking, I'm weak for feeling this way. I'm weak for feeling this way. I'm weak for feeling disempowered or suicidal or dark or low. Real men don't talk about their feelings. No one would understand or care anyway. If I open up, I'm going to be judged by my family, judged by my mates, judged by my workmates. I'll have to fix this on my own. I'll have to push on. I'm a burden to others. This is never going to get better. Generalizing it to one, it's going to happen right across my life and it's never going to get better. So it becomes permanent, personal, and persistent, which of course is no. It's never going to get better. I'm failing at life. I'm a failure. I'm letting my family down. I'm letting my family name down. I should be able to cope. Others cope. Why can't I? I should be able to cope. Therapy is for people who are broken. It's not safe to share your feelings. It's not safe to be vulnerable. I don't deserve help. I'm not worthy of help. I must always be the strong one. I've got to put on a solid face. I've got to take a concrete pill and toughen up. I'm not good enough. My problems aren't serious enough to matter. I'm just lazy or unmotivated. If people knew, they'd lose respect for me. Mental health issues are a sign of personal failure. This is just who I am now. I'm broken. I can't be fixed. Can you imagine if you let those such statements be on a tape that's playing over and over and over and over in your head? It's a feedback cycle that's turning you to go down and down and down the dark rabbit burrow. I was watching and listening to a podcast of Ajahn Brahm, the Buddhist monk here in Perth, the Buddhist monastery, talking about the Buddhist approach to suicide and depression. And he said, one of the key principles of Buddhism is that everything is impermanent. Everything in the physical world, in our world, is impermanent. That is, it goes, it passes, it changes. So even this dark patch, even this dark period of grief, marriage breakdown, a close person in the family dying, a person you love dying, your pet dying, your team losing the grand final, you losing the grand final, you losing a limb, you getting sick. This grief will pass. And in fact, when we look at it, denial, anger, bargaining, frustration, depression, the grief curve, on the other side of frustration and depression is acceptance. It's happened. Now, how do I turn this to advantage? How do I turn this to a positive? How do I deal with it? How do I move on? As distinct from being in denial. It shouldn't have happened. Why did it happen? Why did it happen to me? It shouldn't have happened to me. My life is going along so well. This sort of thing shouldn't happen to me. Let's deal with 20 empowering replacement thoughts or belief. 1. Acknowledging my struggles is a sign of strength, not weakness. Acknowledging my struggles is a sign of strength, not weakness. Real courage is being honest about how I feel. I feel pissed off. I feel depressed. I feel frustrated at the moment. I am not alone. Many people understand and care. I'm not alone. Millions have gone through this before me, and millions will after me. And people understand and care. Opening up creates connection, not judgment. I'm connecting as a human being. Getting help is smart and proactive. I'm not a burden. People want to support me. There are people out there that do want to support me. This is a chapter in my story, not the whole story. This is a chapter in my story, not the whole story. It can and will improve. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Struggles don't define me. They refine me. Struggles don't define me. They refine me. Diamonds are created under pressure. Diamonds are created. This pressure will turn me into a stronger, more resilient, better, more evolved person. Caring for myself helps me be there for others. Putting the oxygen mask on myself helps me then put the oxygen mask on others. Everyone's mental health journey is unique. Comparison is not helpful. That's true. Everyone's mental journey is unique. We're all on our own path, so comparing my path to your path is not helpful. Therapy is an act of self-respect. I'm worthy enough of investing in myself to get therapy, to get external help, to talk about this with someone else who either been there before or studied it before. In fact, my client of yesterday talking about it went to a high-performance counsellor who then started to challenge his thoughts, saying, since when did you think life, business, is a straight line? No, it's an up and down roller coaster, and who are you to say that you're not successful, to say that you're not worthy of this success, to say that you're lucky? You're far better, more capable than you believe. Stop bullshitting yourself. Stop disempowering yourself. Stop talking like a victim. Therapy is an act of self-respect. Vulnerability is power and authenticity. I am worthy of support and compassion. I don't always have to be the strong one. Being human is enough. I am enough just as I am. If it matters to me, it matters. This is not laziness. It's a sign I need restoration, restoring. Being real earns respect, not masks. Drop the mask, mate. Drop the bullshit. Drop the act. Mental health issues are part of being human. In other words, dark patches are part of being human. On the roller coaster, there are ups and downs. Now, how do I get out of this down and turn it into an up? It's not a personal flaw. It's not a permanent scar. It's a temporary bruise. Mental health issues are part of being human, not a personal flaw. I am healing, evolving, and growing stronger every day. I'm healing, evolving, and growing stronger every day. But what are some of the lifestyle actions? Because we're talking here about internal chemistry, the neurotransmitters, serotonin and dopamine. Serotonin and dopamine, the positive chemicals, the endorphins, they're positive. Then there's neuroepinephrine, noradrenaline. So it's like there are good chemicals and not so good chemicals. And how do you get the balance? So what are some of the things we can do in terms of choices in behaviour? Here are some essential steps a man should consider taking to support mental healing and growth. 1, Mental and emotional practices. Start therapy or coaching with a trusted professional. Practice journaling to explore and process emotions daily. How am I feeling? What do I think is causing that feeling? What are the thoughts that are driving that? If I was going to change those feelings, what would I do? Use mindfulness or meditation apps to reduce anxiety and increase presence. Challenge negative thoughts using things like cognitive behaviour therapy or reframing techniques. Certainly, I did a thing called breath work, which was just fantastic the other day. There's a whole range of great things. Learn emotional literacy, being able to name and understand emotions without shame. Upset, anxiety, anger, shame, yeah. What about social and relational habits? We know. Open up to a close friend, mentor, or support group. Join a men's mental health circle or community. Ask for help and delegate responsibilities where possible. Who can help me here? Who can help me here? Who else can do this? Set boundaries to protect mental and emotional energy. Okay, that's enough. I'm not talking about that at the moment with you. Okay, you've stepped over the mark. Please, that's a no right now. Thank you. Avoid toxic relationships or draining social environments. Physical health and energy. Exercise regularly. Even a 20-minute walk helps mood significantly. I swim every morning. I play water polo. I meditate. Prioritise quality sleep. In my case, I want to be in bed by 9 o'clock and I'll get out of bed at about 5 o'clock. So people who go to bed at 2, 3 and 4 in the morning and then wonder why they're not getting good sleep or wonder why they're exhausted the next day or wonder why they're depressed because they haven't actually replenished their serotonin or dopamine, of course, it's not so good. Prioritise quality sleep. Develop a calming bedtime routine. Not looking at screens, listening to meditation apps, listening to calming speeches. Eat whole, balanced meals to support brain and mood health. A pile of bread, a pile of pasta, a pile of chocolate. These are all things that aren't going to be so good. Limit alcohol and avoid drugs. They suppress emotional processing. We call it numbing and dumbing. Just because alcohol and drugs may stop the problem temporarily, but they don't actually solve anything. If anything, they actually make them worse. They limit your functioning to be able to solve the problem in the first place. Limit alcohol and drugs. They suppress emotional processing. 15. Stay hydrated. Dehydration affects mood more than most realise. Have water. I've got 2 bottles of water right next to my desk here. Stay hydrated. Life structure and purpose. Set small, achievable daily goals to create momentum. Even if it's, I'm going for a run, I'm going to make those 2 phone calls, I'm going to go on LinkedIn and look for a job, whatever it happens to be. Reconnect with meaningful activities, hobbies, art, nature, playing music. Take breaks and create space for reflection. Go for a walk in the park. I drove through Kings Park today. Just it's so beautiful to be in nature because down the beach each morning, feet walking in the sand, swimming in the ocean. Take breaks and create space for reflection. Sit on the beach with your eyes closed and your legs crossed and breathe slowly for 15 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. Start with 3 minutes. Close the eyes. Slow down that sympathetic nervous system. Create a structured routine to reduce chaos and regain control. A structured routine. Time you wake up, the time you go to bed, when you eat, when you exercise, when you work. Create a structured routine to reduce chaos and regain control. 20. Invest in a future vision. Where do you want to be in 1 year's time, 2 years' time, 5 years' time? Start with a dream and work it back. Reverse engineer the goal. Invest in a future vision, personal growth, dreams and purpose. Now, if you'd like to get a copy of this as a worksheet or an ebook, then touch base, email me, give me a call. You hit the link in this post. I want to help you. And by the way, do join our Blokes Talk Beachside Facebook page or go to Men's Talk and come along to one of our next meetings. I want to help you have great mental health. And great mental health starts with challenging and understanding some of those disempowering beliefs and then replacing them. Get professional help. If this triggers you, then do touch base with Beyond Blue or Lifeline or your GP. Take action. You are too important to not be here. We want you here. Thanks for listening. I want to help you lead your best life. I'm Lee Farnell.